Assalamu alaikum viewers. This is your IRS teacher Abubakar Awal taking grade 2, and this is our third lesson on things that spoil Salat, that is prayer. The Arabic word Salat means prayer, and before you pray there are certain things that, or there are certain acts that when you are involved in any of such acts, your salat will become invalid, or you are going to spoil your salat. Among those things that spoil salat, we have here passing out urine, passing out excreta, passing out gas, changing from Makkah direction, that is Qibla. What we mean by passing out urine is when you are praying and maybe you feel like easing yourself. So when you go out to ease yourself by passing out urine, definitely when you are coming back to continue with your prayer, you have to go and perform another ablution, and that salat you have already spoiled. You have already spoiled that salat. So when you pass out urine on the process of praying, that your prayer has become invalid. The same thing with excreta. That is when you pass out stool when you are praying, your prayer become invalid. The same thing with passing out gas. When you are praying and you feel like releasing out gas or passing out gas, if you do that, you have to go and start another ablution, at the same time start another prayer, because you have spoiled your ablution and your prayer. The same thing when you are facing the Qibla, that is the direction of Kaaba. You know, when you are praying, you have to make sure you are facing the direction of Kaaba, that is the Qibla. So if you mistakenly change your direction of Qibla, if you turn away from the direction of Qibla, that is facing the Makkah direction, that prayer has become invalid, or you have spoiled your prayer. You have to start again. So also it is very important when you are praying, every Muslim is expected to show full concentration during Salat, because he or she is standing before Allah to worship. Another one important thing that make your Salat to be valid or accepted by Allah is concentration. When you are praying, you are expected to stand still and give your thoughts or your feeling towards prayer only. Always have Allah in your mind. Always think about your prayer and what the procedure and the processes that are expected in you during prayer. That is the recitation of the surah and the recitation of Fatiha and the surah. Make sure your mind is there. Always try to know that you are standing before Allah. Allah is watching you. You are standing before Him, just as when you are standing before your teacher or your parent at home. You have to show concentration. You have to show a sign of obedience and respect to them when you are standing before them. The same thing with Allah, because He is your creator. He is the one that brings you into this world, and whatever you have is through Him that you are getting such a thing. He is the one that gives you life. He is the one that makes you to live. So you have to show a sign of respect. You have to show a sign of regard to your God. You have to obey. So when you are standing before Allah to pray, you have to make sure your concentration is toward Him. You should stop thinking about any worldly things. Always try to bring Allah into your heart. Always try to have Allah into your thoughts and into your thought and mind. Always feel that you are standing before Allah. Show your respect and regard to Him. That is all what is talking about concentration during Salat. You have to devote it your time. You have to devote it your feeling, your desire, the way you think. You have to make it toward Allah. Forget about any other thing. You should not think about any worldly things again. This time around, you are standing before Allah, so you have to show a lot of concentration. Otherwise, if the concentration is not there, you are making your prayer to be not accepted by Allah. Because concentration is also one of the important things required from every Muslim during prayer. So these are all what I have. This is all what we have for today. Things that spoil Salat. That is, when you are praying, there are certain things there are certain acts that when you find yourself in any of such acts, your prayer become invalid, or you have spoiled your prayers. And among those things, we have mentioned passing out urine, passing out excreta, passing out gas, changing from Makkah direction, that is the Qibla. Then every Muslim is expected to show full concentration during Salat, because he or she is standing before Allah to worship. So this is all what I have for you for today on things that spoil Salat. Then you have your homework. Your homework, you are going to mention 3 things that spoil Salat, that is prayer. You are going to write down 3 things that spoil Salat, which is prayer. So I think this is all what we have for now, till we meet in our next lesson. Assalamu alaikum.